Aló, 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 aló. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. aló. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. As we know, there are three kinds of sentences. In this period, I want to talk about sentences and kind of sentences. As we know, there are three kind or types of sentences. The simple sentence, which expresses one thought. The simple sentence, which expresses one thought. The compound sentence, which expresses two or more thoughts of equal value. The compound sentence, which expresses two or more thoughts of equal value. And the complex sentence, which expresses one independent and one or more dependent thoughts. The complex sentence, which expresses one independent and one or more dependent thoughts. Take these examples. Ahmed reads a book every week. Ahmed reads a book every week. This sentence is a simple sentence. Why? Because there is only one thought here, or there is only one an idea here in this sentence. Ahmed reads a book every week. Here is a simple sentence. It expresses one thought. It contains a subject, Ahmed, and a verb, reads. Sometimes, however, a simple sentence may have two subjects or two verbs, but the sentence is still simple. It's still simple because it expresses one thought. It is still simple because it expresses one thought. Like this example. Usman and Salwa read a book every week. Usman and Salwa read a book every week. This is a simple sentence, although there is a connected subject. There is a connected subject. Usman and Salwa. But it has only one thought. Because of this, it is a simple sentence. Although we have an here, Usman and Salwa read a book every week. It is still simple sentence. This is a simple sentence even though it contains a compound subject. It contains a compound subject, Usman and Salwa, but it is still a simple sentence. Usman and Salwa read a book every week because it has only one thought or an idea. Whenever a sentence expresses more than one thought or idea of equal value, it becomes a compound sentence. Whenever a sentence expresses more than one thought or idea of equal value, it becomes a compound sentence. A compound sentence contains two or more simple sentences of equal value connected by any one of the conjunctions and, or, but, and so. And, or, but, and so. Let us take these examples. Salwa reads a book and I watch television. Salwa reads a book and I watch television. Salwa reads a book, comma, and I watch television. The sentence has now become compound sentence. Why? Because we have introduced another simple sentence, I watch television, of equal value. This is a compound sentence. Salwa reads a book, comma, and I watch television. Finally, we have another type of sentence, a complex sentence. A complex sentence. A complex sentence expresses one independent and one or more dependent thoughts. A complex sentence expresses one independent and one or more dependent thoughts. The dependent clause is usually introduced by one of the following: who, whose, whom, which, that, if, when, while, although, since, because, as, etc. A complex sentence expresses one independent and one or more dependent thoughts. The dependent clause is usually introduced by one of the following: who, whose, whom, which, that, if, when, while, although, since, because, as, etc. Take this example. Salwa reads a book when her brother is asleep. Salwa reads a book when her brother is asleep. In this sentence, the independent clause is Salwa reads a book. Full stop. Salwa reads a book. In this independent, because it is independent, Salwa reads a book when her brother is asleep. In this sentence, the independent clause is Salwa reads a book. It is independent because if the sentence ended there, it would be a complete sentence by itself. The dependent clause, when her brother is asleep. The dependent clause, when her brother is asleep. It could not stand alone. It could not stand alone. Salwa needs a book when her brother is asleep. This sentence is a complex sentence. This sentence is a complex sentence. Salwa reads a book when her brother is asleep. Let us take these examples. Let us take these examples about a complex sentence. A simple sentence is a symbol. It is clear. But the complex sentence is complicated. A complex sentence is complicated. Let us to explain this This is a kind of sentence, a complex sentence. Take this example of a complex sentence. The Blue Nile, comma, which begins in the Ethiopian highlands, comma, joins the White Nile in Khartoum. The Blue Nile, comma, which begins in the Ethiopian highlands, comma, joins the White Nile in Khartoum. This is a complex sentence. More example. Khartoum, which is a big town, is the capital of Sudan. Khartoum, comma, which is a big town, comma, is the capital of Sudan. This is a complex sentence. This is a complex sentence. Khartoum, which is a big town, is the capital of Sudan. Khartoum, comma, which is a big town, comma, is the capital of Sudan. Let us take more example. The Nile, comma, which follows through Sudan, comma, is a great river. The Nile, comma, which follows through Sudan, is a great river. My house, comma, which is very old, comma, is falling down. My house, comma, which is very old, is falling down. My picture, comma, which you will see, comma, is very nice. My picture, comma, which you will see is very nice. These are a complex sentence. These are a complex sentence. Now we can take more examples about these kind of sentences: a simple sentence, a compound sentence, and a complex sentence. Good luck.